when they make it to this night, should I cut the camera too?
Not yet. I want to see what it looks like before we do that.
Okay.
I thought they were going to turn more, but that's okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and take camera. Take camera 2. Do I like the drone just because I'm biased?
I think it's biased, but I think it looks.
Class of 2026, you may be seated. Good morning and welcome. For those who may not know me, I'm Dr. David Carter, principal of Sussex Central High School and an alumni of Sussex Central High School. Before we begin today's celebration, I would like to take a moment to recognize the incredible team whose dedication and hard work made this day possible. At Sussex Central, our mission is centered on doing what is best for every student every day, and today's ceremony is a reflection of that commitment. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to Assistant Principal Tyler Dickerson for his leadership, insight, and countless hours of work throughout the graduation ceremony planning process. I would also like to recognize Christy Idner and the rest of our administrative assistants, Mrs. Revel and our Ag department, Chief Blackburn and our custodial maintenance team, Mr. Gartnerman for streaming the event, our school counselors, our faculty, our technology team, related service and special education team members, my assistant principals, and every member of our staff. This graduation program is the result of a collective effort by dedicated professionals who work tirelessly to support, encourage, challenge, and inspire our students. Behind every graduate seated before us today is a team of people who have invested in their success and remain committed to helping them reach this milestone. Please join me in thanking these outstanding individuals for their unwavering dedication to our students and for helping make today a memorable celebration for the class of 2026. Now, please join us, if you are able, by standing for the posting of colors by the Sussex Central JROTC Color Guard. We ask that you remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner and Sussex Central's alma mater, both performed by members of our concert band, choir, and ASL class. The National State Army and Battalion colors are being presented by members of the Golden Knight Army JROTC Color Guard team. Commanding today's Color Guard is Cadet Sergeant Raul Hernandez Barrios, and also carrying the national colors. Carrying the state colors is Cadet Sergeant Ennis Emily Montiel. Carrying the Army colors is Cadet Private First Class Timothy Bittner, and carrying the battalion colors is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Aiden Lockington. Armed guards are Cadet Private First Class Ethan Robertson and Cadet Major Leslie Mejia Morales. You may be seated.
Sussex Central, bearers of the blue and gold, pride and joy of Sussex County, let your strength and might be told. Students gather, heed the calls, treasure the wisdom within these halls. Firmly bound in honor, truth, integrity, with determination, you will surely reach your dreams. Hail to thee, O Sussex Central, bearers of the blue and gold, pride and joy of Sussex County, let your strength and might be told.
Got you. Thank you to our JROTC, band, choir, and ASL signers. Good morning, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Owens, Deputy Superintendent Dr. Jerns, our special guest, Delaware Secretary of Education, Cindy Martin, faculty and staff, proud families and friends, and most importantly, the extraordinary graduating class of 2026 of Sussex Central High School. That's right, you can give it up for them. Today is a day of celebration. It is a day that marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. It is a day filled with pride, excitement, reflection, and perhaps even a few tears. Most importantly, it is a day that belongs to you, the graduating class of 2026. As I stand before you today, I am filled with gratitude. This class will always hold a special place in my heart because you are my first graduating class as the principal of Sussex Central High School. While I may have only had the privilege of serving as your principal for 1 year, you welcomed me into your world with open arms and gave me the opportunity to lead, learn, and grow alongside you. For that, I will forever be grateful. Class of 2026, you are the first graduating class to complete your senior year in our beautiful new school building, the Castle. Long after today's ceremony has ended and long after new classes walk these hallways, your class will always be remembered as the first graduating class of this new chapter in Sussex Central history. That distinction can never be taken away from you. But what makes your class truly remarkable is not the castle behind us, it is the resilience, heart, and beauty within you. Over the past 4 years, you have experienced tremendous change. You entered high school during a time when education was still recovering from unprecedented challenges. You adapted to new expectations, new environments, new opportunities, and new obstacles. You navigated uncertainty while continuing to move forward. And through it all, you persevered. You learned that success is not determined by how easy the path is. Success is determined by your willingness to keep moving when the path becomes difficult. That lesson will serve you well throughout your lives. Today we celebrate not only your graduation, but also the many ways you have enriched Sussex Central High School. Class of 2026, as you are recognized, I ask that you please stand and remain standing. To begin, we celebrate the 56 members of the class of 2026 who have earned a final cumulative GPA of 4.0 or higher. These outstanding scholars are recipients of the Superintendent's Academic Excellence Award. Please stand and be recognized for your remarkable commitment to academic excellence. Please remain standing and join your classmates as we continue. Please stand if you have challenged yourself through International Baccalaureate, Advanced Placement, or Dual Enrollment coursework. Please stand if you have participated in athletics, visual arts, performing arts, band, chorus, dance, or any activity that showcased your talents and passions. Please stand if you have served in student government, honor societies, clubs, career and technical student organizations, or other leadership roles. Please stand if you have worked a job, cared for a family member, supported your household, or balanced responsibilities beyond the school day. Please stand if you have volunteered in your community, represented Sussex Central at events and competitions, or helped to make our school a better place. And finally, please stand if you've faced adversity, overcome challenges, persevered through difficult circumstances, and refused to give up on your dream of walking across this stage today. Class of 2026, look around you. What you see is more than graduating class. You see leaders, you see scholars, you see artists, you see athletes, you see innovators, you see caregivers, you see public servants, you see future educators, healthcare professionals, entrepreneurs, skilled tradespeople, military leaders, and community leaders. Most importantly, you see resilience. Families, faculty, staff, and guests, please join me in giving the class of 2026 a well-deserved round of applause. You may be seated. The accomplishments of this class are extraordinary. The class of 2026 has been offered more than $12,313,552 in merit-based scholarship funding, an extraordinary accomplishment that reflects your hard work, talent, and determination. 86% of the members in the class of 2026 plan to continue their education after graduation, with 41% attending a four-year college and university, and 37% attending a two-year college, and 8% pursuing trade and technical education programs. Among these graduates are students who have earned acceptance to some of the most prestigious institutions in our nation, including Harvard, Columbia, Brown, University of Pennsylvania, Duke University, Georgetown University, Emory University, Northwestern University, Rice University, Amherst College, the University of Notre Dame, Villanova University, and Wake Forest University, just to name a few. We proudly recognize two Questbridge scholars, Derek Nick Garcia Morales, who will attend Duke University, and Maria Gutierrez Carcamo, who will attend the University of Notre Dame, both on full academic scholarships. We celebrate Rafael Ferreira Juarez, recipient of the Jack Kent Cook $55,000 a year scholarship, the Coca-Cola Scholarship, and the prestigious United States Senate Youth Program Scholarship and Internship. He will be headed to Washington, D.C. within the next 48 hours. We celebrate Osiah Kelly, Delaware's Gatorade Player of the Year, who has earned a full baseball scholarship to the University of Maryland, College Park. He hit a walk-off home run on Thursday to advance our team to a home game quarterfinals matchup this Monday at 4 p.m. Show up. His accomplishments reflect not only academic and athletic excellence, but also leadership, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to his goals. We celebrate the 15 graduates who earned certified nursing assistant certifications through our partnership with Sussex Tech and our allied health pathway. We celebrate the 37 graduates who earned the seal of biliteracy, demonstrating proficiency in multiple languages and the ability to communicate across cultures in an increasingly interconnected world. 5% of our graduates have chosen a path of service through the United States Armed Forces, including appointments to the United States Naval Academy and the United States Military Academy at West Point. Those entering the military service, please stand and be recognized. While many people talk about service, these students have chosen to live it. They are answering a call that is larger than themselves. They are committing to defend our freedom, support our nation, and carry forward tradition of courage, honor, and sacrifice. Today, we thank them and wish them protection and guidance as they begin this important journey. You may be seated. To those attending colleges and universities, whether at community college, a four-year institution, or one of the nation's most prestigious universities, remember that acceptance is not the finish line. It is simply the next starting point. The opportunities before you are limitless, but your success will continue to be determined by your work ethic, perseverance, and willingness to grow. Carry with you the lessons you learned at Sussex Central and never stop pursuing excellence. To those pursuing careers through the trade and technical programs, know that you are entering professions that keep our nation moving forward every day. You are the future electricians, welders, mechanics, healthcare professionals, builders, technicians, and skilled craftsmen who make modern life possible. The work you do will leave a lasting impact on the lives of others, and our communities will be stronger because of your talents and dedication. And to those entering the workforce, please know that your contribution is equally valuable. Tomorrow, many of you will begin building careers, supporting families, and strengthening businesses and serving your communities. The workforce is not a backup plan. It is the backbone of our economy and the foundation upon which communities thrive. Never underestimate the power of showing up each day with integrity, determination, and commitment to excellence. Success is not measured by the path you choose, but by the impact you make traveling it. Every one of these paths is honorable, every one of these paths is necessary, and every one of these paths has the potential to make a difference in the lives of others. Most importantly, we celebrate every graduate seated before us today because every diploma earned represents a story of perseverance, growth, resilience, and hope. Class of 2026, as you leave Sussex Central High School, I want to share one final thought with you. The world does not need more people to simply fit in. The world needs people who make a difference. It needs leaders who choose integrity when no one is watching. It needs citizens who show kindness in moments when it would be easier to look away. It needs individuals who are willing to stand up for what is right, work for what they believe in, and serve something greater than themselves. The diplomas you receive today represent far more than academic achievement. They represent perseverance, they represent growth, they represent countless early mornings, late nights, successes, setbacks, lessons learned, and obstacles overcome. Most importantly, they represent possibility. As you leave this stadium today, remember that your story is just beginning. You will experience victories and challenges. There will be moments when life exceeds your expectations and moments when it tests your resolve. During those times, remember where you came from. Remember the lessons you learned here. Remember the relationships you built. Remember the people who believe in you. Remember the community that helped shape you, and never underestimate the impact you can have on the lives of others. Class of 2026, thank you for allowing me the privilege of serving as your principal. Thank you for your resilience, your spirit, your accomplishments, and the legacy you leave behind. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a small part of your story. I've enjoyed every moment of this brief part of the journey with you. Watching you grow, overcome obstacles, celebrate successes, and prepare for futures has been one of the greatest honors of my 24-year career. I cannot wait to see all the amazing things you will accomplish as you make your mark on this world. I have no doubt that the future is brighter because each of you is a part of it. On behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and the entire Sussex Central community, congratulations. May you continue to dream boldly, work tirelessly, lead courageously, serve selflessly, and never forget the place that helped shape who you are today. No matter where life takes you, You will always be a Golden Knight. Congratulations, class of 2026, and one final time. Hey, hey! We will now have a Sussex Central Concert Choir perform their selection entitled Seize the Day with words and music by Alan Menken, conducted by Mr. Thomas Oxborough.
Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Minute by minute, that's how you win it. We will find a way, but let us seize the day. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Now is the time to seize the day. Now is the time to seize the day. Answer the call with no delay. Wrongs will be righted if we're united. Let us seize the day. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Now let me hear it loud and clear. Like a dog we're drawing near. Round and defiant, we'll slay the giant. Judgment day is here. Ba 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Houston to Harlem, Houston to Harlem. Look what's begun, look what's begun. One for all and all for one. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Now is the time to seize the day. Answer the call with no delay. Nothing can break us, no one can make us quit before we're done, before we're done. One for all and all, for one for all and all, for one for all and all, for one ba 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 da ba ba, seize the day.
Thank you to our Sussex Central Concert Choir and Mr. Oxborough. At this time, all senior band and choir members, you may return to your seats. At this time, we proudly continue a cherished Sussex Central tradition, the recognition of our academic top 10. This distinguished honor celebrates the 10 seniors who have achieved the highest academic standing in the class of 2026. These students have demonstrated unwavering dedication, intellectual curiosity, and exceptional commitment to excellence throughout their high school careers. Their achievements have not only set a standard for academic success, but have also inspired their peers and made our school community incredibly proud. As I call your name, please make your way to the stage to receive your academic top 10 certificate and be recognized for this well-earned, prestigious distinction. Derek Nick Garcia Morales. Garth Layfield. Rafael Ferreira Juarez. Maria Gutierrez Carcamo.
Congratulations, Maria.
Gabriel Perez Mercado. Yasmin Ramos Lopez. Keaton Wyatt Longfellow. Joseph Thad Villarreal. Eric Ramirez Perez. And Valerie Ajay Yaboa. The title of valedictorian is reserved for the student who has earned the highest academic rank in the graduating class, a distinction that reflects years of dedication, discipline, and intellectual excellence. It is both an honor and privilege to introduce the valedictorian of Sussex Central High School, class of 2026. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Derek Nick Garcia Morales as he delivers his valedictory address.
Good morning to the Sussex Central class of 2026, our families, friends, teachers, administrators, faculty, and everyone here today. Thank you for joining us. Today, we celebrate years of support, patience, and faith from people around us. On behalf of our class, I'd like to thank our families, teachers, and friends for supporting us and guiding us towards this day. I'm sorry if that sounds AI generated, that's just how I talk. This is a day that many of us have looked forward to. I myself have been looking forward to it for 4 years. Not since freshman year, since middle school. I vividly remember my 8th grade social studies teacher stopping class to play Central's 2022 graduation ceremony on the smartboard. I didn't have many friends, nor did I really speak much with anyone. In the corner of that room, 14-year-old me thought to himself, you know, it'd be kind of funny if I was up there. Not only was that probably the hardest I've ever had to work for a joke, it stopped being funny freshman year after having to take honors English class. Shout out, Ms. Nikodemski. Even more, I completely forgot why I thought that was funny in the first place. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm not known for speeches. The guy who's going after me wrote a speech for Teacher Appreciation Week that had teachers shedding tears the whole time. Also, he's going to Harvard. Also, he's going to Harvard. For me to wish to be up here while lacking public speaking skills is a little ridiculous, but that is probably why I chased it. It is very easy to make fun of cliches. Can you imagine if I began the speech with, "Wow, it feels like just yesterday we were scared little freshmen. Look to your left, look to your right. I'm ending it there, I'm sorry. As corny as it is, it's not really wrong. Almost everyone I ask can only think about how immature they were compared to now. We really were just scared little freshmen. My immaturity came in the form of stubbornness. I never spoke up to ask for help or made new friends pretty much the first 2 years. I spent all-nighters from freshman to senior year and romanticized that suffering, thinking it made me unique. Academics were my life back then. After a certain point, I began to chase the validation of straight A's. When you have an ego to feed, it's easy to refuse help from others. Now, if you're expecting me to come up here with something really profound that you've never heard before, you're wrong. I'm up here to tell you all something you've heard a million times. It really is the friends you make along the way, as cheesy as it sounds. The best answers are usually the simplest and have been right in front of you the whole time. All I had to do was open myself to help from friends, teachers, and family. Although I balanced around 7 college-level courses each semester, when I think of high school, I think of sleepovers where we wrestled in mud, unironically. I think of debates in the back of class. I think of connecting with people I thought were just straight weird before knowing them. I think of my friend making a 30-minute diss album about me for fun instead of studying for IB chemistry tests. Regardless of those sleepless, stressful nights, I find myself strangely nostalgic for the struggle, and I, again, had no idea why. Then, I realized that I wasn't nostalgic for those 10-page essays. I was nostalgic for the joy of completing them alongside those who supported me. This next line is completely original, by the way. No one has ever said it. But it was about the journey, not the destination. I've been advised to keep this speech non-controversial, so for that reason, I'm going to quote my favorite rapper, Kanye West. If every time someone asks you a question and you try to say the right answer, your entire life is a test. Enjoying the process was only possible when I stopped treating absolutely everything like a test. That's the reason why today is thankfully not the highlight of my high school career. As we leave Sussex Central, the main thing I want you to think about isn't your GPA, your class rank, or where you're going next. It's where you found joy. Not cheap, temporary happiness, but joy such as the one I'm sure we all fear after 4 years of hard work. Finally, my French teacher, Ms. Turkin, suggested addressing my parents in their native language. To keep it short, because I was told there was a 5-minute max, but apparently, and also to not expose my terrible pronunciation, I just want to say to my mom and my dad, gracias. And that's it.
Good job, Derek. Thank you, Derek Nick, for those thoughtful and inspiring words, a true reflection of the excellence we celebrate today. We now continue this tradition of academic distinction by honoring another remarkable scholar. The title of salutatorian is awarded to the student who has earned the second highest academic rank and graduated in the graduating class, an accomplishment that speaks to the sustained dedication, resilience, and a genuine passion for learning. It is my distinct pleasure to present the salutatorian of the Sussex Central High School class of 2026. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Garth Layfield as he stands. Congratulations again, Garth. It is my pleasure to now introduce our class treasurer, who is the number 3 in our class and Harvard bound. Mr. Rafael Ferreira Juarez, please join me in welcoming him as he delivers his address.
So my peppers, okay. Ponte las pilas. That's what my dad would say. Not good morning, not how'd you sleep, just ponte las pilas. Keep moving, don't fall behind. Nobody is coming to save you, so you better get up. I heard those words while doing drawball with him during the summers, watching his hands break themselves down to hold a family together for just one more week. And I want to tell you about those hands because the speech is really about them. My father grew up in Veracruz, Mexico, raised by his aunt. Yeah, represent. He got his first job as a carpenter at 8 and carried heavy beer crates at 11 instead of going to school because there was simply no other option. He crossed the border not because it was safe, not because some policy made it easy, but because the people he loved were on this side. That was reason enough. He started as a cook making noodles in the back of a Chinese restaurant. Yes, you heard that right. A Mexican man making Chinese food, which is honestly the most American thing I've ever heard. And eventually spent over 2 decades doing drywall across Delaware, the same state where his son was about to walk across this very stage. And I want you to sit with that for a second. A man who never finished school, who grew up poor enough that his friends were the ones buying him food, who figured out survival before he ever got to figure out his childhood. That man's hands built half the walls in this county, and his son built something too, just with different materials. And to that I say, gracias, papá. Eres mi Superman. And to every parent, every immigrant, every person in these bleachers who's crossed something, a border, a language, a generation of poverty, a system designed to forget you. Ustedes también son superhéroes. You didn't just survive. You handed us a future you never got to live. And now I need to be honest with you because I think honesty is the only thing worth saying from a podium like this. I was not supposed to be here. Growing up, I was a kid on the swings, alone at recess, the one who got spat on in elementary school and then told the teacher that's just how we played. Because I had learned that making noise only makes things worse. I had gotten so good at disappearing that I started to think disappearing was just my personality, and that smallness was just something I was born into. And when I got to these hallways freshman year, I was still carrying that, still convinced that this building was a building designed for other people whose parents showed up to conferences, people who didn't have to work right after school to keep the lights on. I got called a no sabo for not speaking Spanish right, which if you don't know, means you're not seen as not knowing your culture. You're seen as not being Latino enough. And instead of accepting that, I went home and taught myself Spanish because I refused to let anyone else define the edges of who I was allowed to be. The Spanish I speak now, I fought for. Nobody handed it to me, and that makes it more mine, not less. By 16, I was working 3 jobs. Now, I remember standing in my bedroom holding a dropout form, genuinely considering it, thinking maybe the world had already decided where I was going, and I should just stop arguing with it. And while progress starts with self, sometimes it takes the push from a stubborn, relentless, absolutely will not leave you alone librarian who will track you down the hallway if she has to. So thank you, Mr. Leon. And thank you to every educator in this building who refused to let us settle down for the smaller versions of ourselves. That is the thing nobody tells you about being the first. Not just first generation, but first in your household to take this seriously. First in your community to imagine a different kind of future. Nobody tells you how loud the voices get that say you don't belong here. And it's not always other people's voices. Most of the time, it's your own. And I want to talk to you about Maslow for a second. I promise you this is not the boring part of the speech. Abraham Maslow was a psychologist who argued for the needs in a hierarchy. At the bottom, food, water, shelter, the absolute basics of survival. Then self-esteem, recognition, respect. And at the very top, the peak of the whole pyramid, self-actualization. Becoming the fullest version of yourself, not the version the world assigned you. Here's the thing about that pyramid. Most of the people in the stadium, most of the families and communities like ours, we grew up in the bottom 2 tiers. Our parents didn't have the luxury of asking who they were meant to become. They were asking whether rent was going to be clear. My father never got to ask the big question because survival was always asking the smaller ones first, every single day, without a break. And what happens to those kids growing up? They watch and tend to skip the middle of the pyramid entirely. We go from, my family has nothing, straight to, I need a title, I need an achievement, I need something that proves that I exist. We chase tier 4, prestige and recognition, without ever building tiers 2 and 3 under our feet first. I did it too. I chased every award and opportunity I could find, not because I was necessarily passionate about all of them, but because I thought about a long enough list that might make me feel belonged in a room. It didn't work that way. After all, as one student had put it, all Raphael did was get a full ride to Harvard. Tier 5, self-actualization, is not about what you can put on a resume. It's about becoming who you actually are without anyone's permission. And I want to challenge every single person in this crowd, not just the graduates, not just the parents, the teachers, the administrators, everyone. Ask yourselves honestly, which tier are you living in? And what would it take to actually move? You know, I boarded a plane for the first time this year. I visited colleges I never imagined were meant for someone like me. And for the first time, I could see a door I didn't know existed. And then I came home, and Giovanni was there. His uncle, not by blood, but by every definition that actually matters, was taken. Watched, followed, stripped from his neighborhood by immigration enforcement, gone before anyone ever had the time to prepare for the absence he left behind. So you see, Giovanni is the son of an Italian man, and he understood immediately what it meant to lose someone to a system that was never meant to protect us, people like us. There are families in this state, in this county, and in this very graduating class who live every day with the fear that one knock on the door could rearrange everything. That is not an abstraction. That is somebody's father, somebody's uncle. That is my community. And I will not stand at this podium and pretend it isn't happening because it makes some people feel uncomfortable. Silence has never protected dignity, never in the history of this nation. El silencio nunca ha protegido la dignidad. When Gio came to me, something shifted that I still don't have the perfect words for. It wasn't just anger, though there was some anger. It was more like purpose, like I'd been carrying a responsibility I didn't know until the moment someone needed me to use it. Esto es un llamado, I thought. This is a calling. If not me, then who? If not you, then who? So we organized. Students across Delaware raised their voices in ways in schools I've never seen before. And we built the first student-led ICE enforcement awareness protest of its kind in Sussex County. One student who almost didn't show up freshman year, and then an entire state showing up with them. That is what happens when one person decides that silence is no longer an option. Then my knee gave out, cellulitis, crutches, and yet non-IB class is still on the calendar. Coursework was still due. No option to slow down because there was no one else left to carry the weight if I set it down. The same body that had marched was now limping toward a finish line that kept on moving. And I want to be honest with how it felt like. Not resilience, not at all. Resilience is what you call it afterwards. And the moment, it just felt like Tuesday. One of my teachers gave me a sticky note that I still carry. It said, don't give up what you have most for what you want right now. For those of you not listening, don't give up what you have most for what you want right now. At the time, I didn't understand, but now I do. Exhaustion makes you bargain with yourself in ways that failure never could. It convinces you to trade your actual purpose for something easier, something that would just make the week feel lighter for one afternoon. And senior year, I came close to that trade more than once. Then Harvard called. And the first thing I did was call my dad. He didn't make a big speech. He didn't cry. He just helped me. And I stood there thinking about a boy in Veracruz, carrying barrier crates in the heat, going hungry, growing up before he ever got the chance to be a child, who crossed the border more than once so that his son could be on this very stage and stand somewhere like this and said, education is liberation. It was his dream before it ever became mine. I am only here because he refused to stop dreaming it. And there are students in this graduating class who worked after school to help their families survive, who translated legal documents for their parents before they're even old enough to drive, who walked these hallways carrying grief, exhaustion, and pressure that nobody else could see, and still showed up, still turned into work, and still sat through 4 years of this. Esto es para ustedes, mi gente. My father once asked me, why do you rarely see homeless Latinos on the street? And I've thought about that question for years, because it's not a boast, it's philosophy. Being Latino is not defined by the job title. It is the discipline and the effort brought to the work every single day, without fail, without complaint, without anyone needing to watch. That is what he gave me. Not money, not ease, and certainly not a smooth road. A standard. Ponte las pilas. Keep moving, don't fall behind, and don't wait for someone to save you because you already have everything you need. I came to Sussex Central ready to vanish. I leave knowing that one person who refuses to disappear can move an entire community. Y a mi comunidad latina, a las familias que trabajan en silencio, que construyeron este lugar con sus manos. Sé lo que se siente vivir entre mundos. Voy a entrar a cada cuarto que pueda, cargando sus nombres conmigo, por siempre. No fuimos hechos para desaparecer. So I say, take up space, love each other loudly, and when this world tells you to make yourself smaller for its comfort, refuse. Be that spark. The fire spreads on its own. God bless Sussex Central, y una más cosa que nunca, nunca deben olvidar. ¡Que viva la raza!
Good stuff. Thank you, Raphael, for those inspiring words and for representing the spirit of academic excellence. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce a leader who has guided the class of 2026 with dedication and commitment, the Senior Executive President. This role is the Chief Student Leader of the Student Council. This individual is responsible for fostering collaboration, promoting student voice, improving leadership to council members in grades 9 through 12. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Peyton Ritchie, Senior Executive Class President, as she addresses our graduates.
I don't think you should do that. These are words I've been told by plenty of people all my life, and for a large portion of it, I actually believed them. I've been told not to speak loudly, not to be overly dramatic, not to be too myself. Now, many of these requests have been made in good faith, in an attempt to guide me through life by family, by friends, even by strangers. For a long time, I subscribed to the idea that following others' advice was the best way to live my life. I could avoid having to learn things the hard way if I just listened to others' warnings and mistakes. However, in order to listen to these voices, I had to silence my own. I began living the way others expected me to, confined in a prison of rules and standards of my own creation. I wore clothes that I felt uncomfortable in because they were trendy. I spoke less when I had so much more to say, so I didn't seem annoying. I felt as if I was living someone else's life, as if my thoughts were filtered through others' never-ending opinions of what I should wear, say, and do. One day, while sitting in AP psychology class, running off of a Starbucks refresher and 5 hours of sleep, something caught my attention. A term called the locus of control, a psychological concept referring to how much you believe you control the events and outcomes in your life, versus believing that they are dictated by external forces. For example, if you believe you earned something because you put in the work and effort, as opposed to believing you only achieved it because you got lucky. I realized that much of my thinking coincided with the external locus of control. I believed that I wasn't in control of what happened to me. Soon after this lesson, I began to catch myself when these thoughts arose. Instead of jumping to the irrational conclusion that the universe was out to get me, I realized that this was the exact pattern of thought that was causing me to fail before I'd even started. Interestingly enough, the thing that snapped me out of this cycle was a quote from the movie Surf's Up. You know, the children's movie about the penguin named Cody who enters into a surfing competition? The quote was, "I don't understand why everybody has to be so judgmental. I understand why mom's judgmental. I think it's because she cares partially. I think it's also partially because everyone else is looking at her like, hey, Cody's just a bum. Cody's this, Cody's that. Cody's me, bro. Let me be me. When is that gonna start?" It may seem silly, it was the culmination of an AP psychology lecture and an anthropomorphic penguin that changed my entire perspective, but it did. It was a slow transition, but I finally started doing the things I wanted to do. I asked myself what I enjoyed the most and followed through. I hosted on SCTV, I ran for executive president of student council, I stuck with friends that appreciated me for me. When I began hosting on SCTV, I quickly realized I had a great passion for it, but there were still times when my anxious thoughts got the best of me. During those times, it wasn't a movie or lesson that helped me bounce back, but the support and encouragement from Mr. Gartman, who taught me to always keep moving forward. And while there were many who supported me along the way, others, good intentions or not, discouraged me from pursuing these goals. She runs for every leadership position, or she's so loud and obnoxious, or she's doing too much. When I heard the things people said about me behind my back, it hurt. It felt like all the work, effort, and time I put into my classes, clubs, and passions went unseen, unnoticed, unappreciated. Tema Bryant Davis, esteemed psychologist and professor, once said, "Some people don't like you just because your strength reminds them of their weakness." In other words, haters gonna hate. If there is something everyone here can relate to, it's adults trying to tell you what to do, whether it's parents, teachers, or random strangers who don't even know the first thing about you. While they mean well, it can be confusing having so many people who are older and much, much wiser telling you how you should live. While mom and dad may be right about holding off on getting that face tattoo, they may be wrong about things like where you should go to college or what career path you should pursue. While they likely know you well, they aren't you, and they can't possibly understand what feelings you're experiencing and what passions speak most clearly to you. During senior year, there's an immense pressure to figure it all out. What will you major in? What career will you have? What will the rest of your life look like? Your frontal lobe doesn't even develop fully until the age of 25. So how are you supposed to make a life-altering decision before you've even figured out who you are or who you want to be? At the end of the day, it's you who decides who you become, and you can either choose to live a life for others or for yourself. My advice to you is choose yourself.
Thank you, Peyton, for those inspiring words and reminding us that it's important to be your authentic self. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce a leader who has guided the class of 2026 with dedication and commitment, the senior class president. This role is entrusted to a student who exemplifies leadership, responsibility, and the ability to unite their peers throughout their senior year. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Giovanni Tiano, senior class president, as he addresses our graduates.
Good morning, Sussex Central. Families, graduates, faculty, friends, and citizens of Earth, thank you for being here today as we celebrate this incredible accomplishment with the class of 2026. My name is Giovanni Tiano, and it's a tremendous honor to stand before you as your senior class president. Before I tell you who I am, I need to tell you about the people who made me who I am. My parents are Vincenzo and Christina Tiano. My father immigrated to the United States in 1991, and since then, he sacrificed every single day of his life so that his kids would have opportunities that he never had. Sorry, just keep going. All right. His education ended when he was 13, not because he chose work study his last year of grade school, but, all right. Not because he chose work study his last year of grade school, but because he was helping provide for his family. At just 9 years old, he was in the streets of Naples selling fruit and flowers so that his mother could pay rent and put food on the table. My mother was born in difficult circumstances of her own. My mom was pregnant with her at 16, and my mom spent her early days of her youth raising her brother Joey. As life went on, she battled with substance abuse. When she became a mother, she found the strength to change the direction of her life. Today, she is 23 years clean from substance abuse and earned her associate's degree in nursing from the Delaware Technical Community College. My father became a United States citizen and built the business Bella Capri from the ground up. My mother rebuilt her life through determination and perseverance, becoming an RN. With the society we live in, they're supposed to fall through the cracks and become another statistic, but neither of them allowed their circumstances to define them. Because of their sacrifices, my brothers and I were given opportunities they never had. Yes, we grew up helping in the family restaurant. Yes, we grew up in the Narcotics Anonymous meetings. Those three little boys grew up watching resilience in action every single day. My parents raised those three little boys, who are now 3 Eagle Scouts. My brother Russell is now a correctional officer, raising a family of his own. My brother Giuseppe just graduated from the University of Delaware with a bachelor's degree in neuroscience. And I stand before you as a midshipman to be. Go Navy. Everything I've accomplished began with their sacrifices they made. Without my parents' guidance, I would not have served as your class president or drumline captain. I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to be a member in the All-State Band and Choir, as well as of having the opportunity to represent the state as the senator from Delaware at Boys Nation. But as I look into the crowd, I know my story is not the only one worth celebrating today. Every graduate here has a story. Some of us had opportunities handed to us, others had to fight for every opportunity we received. No matter our path, we made it here together. Now graduates, can we make some noise if you're ready to leave these halls and experience a world of freedom? But what exactly does it mean to be free? As we leave Sussex Central, we're entering a world where survival comes with a monthly bill. Many of us, if not already, will soon face rent, debt, subscriptions, insurance payments, and countless other expenses just to exist. We've watched prices rise throughout our high school years. Housing has become less affordable. We've watched families work harder and harder just to keep up or even stay together. Everyday Americans struggle with rising costs, while billions of dollars can continue to be spent overseas on never-ending military conflicts that occur no matter what party rules Washington, D.C. At the same time, we live in an age where information is everywhere. We are constantly being told what to think, who to support, who to blame, and what to fear. I've been debating a lot about what I want to talk about while I have my time up here. I could talk about artificial intelligence, data centers, flock cameras. Maybe I'll talk about 6th and 7th grade when we were on COVID, on Zoom. I could talk about social media, phone addiction, and how so many people spend their lives staring into a screen. Maybe I'll talk about our politicians and cheese pizza parties on Little St. James. Or maybe I could talk about Tylenol being a cause for autism. I could sit up here all day listing everything that's wrong with the world, but that's not really the point. The point is to live intentionally and refuse moving through life on autopilot. We are capable of more than just going through the motions. Sussex Central is a diverse community. We all come from different walks of life, and we carry dreams of our own. Regardless of where we come from, as humans, we share responsibility to think for ourselves. Ask questions, challenge assumptions, seek the truth. I challenge you to listen to people who you disagree with, and never let someone else do all the thinking for you, because real freedom requires independent thought. If Sussex Central has taught us anything, it's that our differences do not prevent us from sharing a community. Over the past 4 years, we've learned a lot through each other. We've created memories that will carry for long throughout the rest of our lives. We've celebrated victories, setbacks, and somehow we've survived and pushed through 4 different principles together. Definitely save the best for last. Thank you, Dr. Carter. Nonetheless, our experiences here shaped us, and it's our turn to shape the future of the world that we live with. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Those words remind us that citizenship is more than just simply existing within a community. It means caring enough to improve it. It means having the courage to speak up when something is wrong and the wisdom to listen when we have more to learn. The world we are inheriting is far from perfect, but we have the opportunity to leave this world better than we found it. Before I conclude, I want to leave you with one final thought. The world is full of chaos, and as citizens of Earth, it is our job to turn that chaos into a garden. Class of 2026, our story is just beginning. Congratulations, Sussex Central, and thank you.
Thank you, Gio, for your inspiring message. Class of 2026, we're going to speed this up because it is hot. We gave you waters. It's still hot, so let's get to it. Now, Dr. Owens.
Good morning. It is my great pleasure, Class of 2026, to certify that the members of this class have successfully fulfilled all state and local graduation requirements and are therefore eligible to receive their diplomas. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Owens. It is our honor and pleasure to present to everyone here today the 441 members of the graduating class. We're going to start with the names.
I'll have you right here, Jay, and Carter will be right down there shaking hands, and I'll hand it right to you, and you hand it to them as a graduate.
Can you guys take one step back this way, because I'm going to hand you the diploma. Are we ready with the line? Yep, let's go. Okay. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Good morning. Maria Gutierrez Carcamo. Gabriel Perez Mercado. Yasmin Ramos Lopez. Keaton Wyatt Longfellow. Joseph Thad Villarreal. Valerie A.J. Yaboa. Brandon Alanis Cortez. Mackenzie Alm. Alex Almanza. Luis Ambrosio Perez. Austin Anderson. Barry Anderson. Marisol Arias. Anthony Arriaga Lopez. Edna Azuria Lopez. Wagner Bakshat Victorino Ribeiro. Tyler Bailey. Hannah Baker. Kadam Bosch. Callie Balacio. Steve Baltazar Mendez. Jesse Bamaka Gonzalez. Colton Barger.
Angeline Baron. Lucas Berry. Melanie Bartolone Perez. Jeremiah Bell Foraker. Tymir Bennett. Bradley Berduo Ortiz. Eva Berna. Winnie Bostic. Keziah Bowden Norwood. Lachlan Brennington. Jordan Ann Brown. Kara Brown. Valgino Bruno. Cassidy Bucherick. Sarah Bullock. Sulema Cabrera Carvajal. Jordan Callahan. Josiah Cannon. Stone Carey. Johanna Carrera Lopez. Honesty Carter. Okay. Claire Casal. Aylin Castellanos. Fernanda Castillo Orozco. Axel Castro Gonzalez. Cristobal Chavez Chavez. Justin Chavez Gamboa. Edwin Chavez Velasquez. Maria Chilel Chavez. Jennifer Chilel Chavez. Maritza Chilel Ramirez. Daphne Chilel Gonzalez. Santos Chilel Martinez. Jimena Chilel Mendez. Yesenia Chilel Perez. Natalia Church. Shirley Cifuentes Lopez. Darlene Cifuentes Gutierrez. Emma Cobo. David Cole. Soraya Colick. Kamari Collins. Logan Comley. Peyton Conaway. Braylon Cottingham. Alondra Crisanto Caballero. Kyla Cropper. Colin Crosswell. Madison Coopery. Amira Curtis. Dylan Cushman. Lisa Deng. Julia Davis. Jason Davis. Eric de la Cruz Marroquin. Naida de Leon Ortiz. Abigail Derrickson. Dorothy DeShazo. Natalie Diaz. Lam Dillon. Trevor Dixon. Abigail Edgel. Medina Eduardo. Adrian Ellis. Luis Elvira Baranza. Nathan Ennis. Kirsten Erber. Yep. Abigail. Yep. That's fine. Yep. Yep. Kirsten. Yep, Kirsten. Olben Escalante Barrios. Jose Escalante Gomez. Cuauhtémoc Espinosa Chavez, Alejandro Esteban Morales, Adrian Farias Martinez, Gwyneth Farmer, Ciasia Fetterman Strand, Christina Flack, Dulce Flores Acosta, Brendes Flores Rodriguez, Kenley Florestel, Giselle Flowers, Jazaria Frazier, Jose Garcia Perez, Carla Garcia Rodriguez, Ariana Gibbs, Eliseo Gil Batista, Leah Gist, Nehemis Godinez Lopez, Nehemias, I apologize, Henry Gomez Escobar, Christian Gomez Juarez, Kayla Gomez Mendez, Yuresi Gomez Mendez, Erlinda Gonzalez Lopez, Aneli Gonzalez Martin, Afrodita Gonzalez Mendez, Hulda Gonzalez Chilel, Oscar Gonzalez Chilel, Aaron Gordon, Shonlee Gordon, Gavin Grant, Amina Green, Malik Green, Zachary Grinder, Nina Gox Pena, Evelyn Gutierrez Perez, Hannah Hagan, Miranda Hammaker, Temperance Hammond Smith, William Harmon, Destiny Harris, Devin Hepler, Alejandro Hernandez, Everardo Hernandez Ramos, Kenny Hernandez Reyes, Frankie Hernandez Chun, Emily Hernandez Ramirez, Kevin Hernandez Robledo, Derek Hernandez Santiso, Jabari Herring, Kylie Hickman, Ava Hiddle, Landon Holcomb, Christine Holdham, Gavin Huang, Jayla Hudson, Kira Hudson, Braylon Hurd, Azir Hurst, Alejandro Itzep Perez, Devin Jackson, Star Jarvis, Alyssa Jean-Louis, Emerson Jimenez Ramirez, Anira Johnson, Brady Johnson, Brody Johnson, Carla Johnson, Jada Johnson, Robbie Johnson, Sajay Johnson, Tori Jones, Teray Jones, William Jones, Yasmin Juarez Esteban, Kira Judlin, Olivia Justice, Osiah Kelly, Savannah Kelly, Landon King, Nathan Kolkman, Selene Linus Molina, Caden Lancaster, Robert Ledsome, Benjamin Lee. Jalen Leonard. Landon Lindsay. Micah Littleton. Donnell Lloyd. Kelsey Long. Angelina Lopez. Jesus Lopez. Michaela Lopez. Zymir Lopez. Brady Lopez Lopez. Gerson Lopez Lopez. Robin Lopez Ramirez. Angel Lopez Chilel. Christian Lopez Chilel. Brian Lopez Galvez. Luan Lopez Gamboa. Kevin Lopez Lopez. Beverly Lopez Mazariegos. Gerson Lopez Ortiz. Grindy Lopez Ramirez. Vignay Lopez Robledo. Vianney. Elida Lopez Rodriguez. Daira Lucas Ramirez. Dejiria Major. Devon Maker. Jaden McCullough. Dylan Martin. Samuel Martin Sandoval. Luciana Martin Rodriguez. Alejandra Martinez Ortiz. Karen Martinez Ramirez. Nayeli Martinez Ramirez. Jahaira Martinez Baker. Eugenia Mata. Christian Mateo Vale. Christopher Matias Ortiz. Jeffrey Matias Romero. Alicia Matthews. Elvis Matul Perot. Angelica Mazariegos Escalante. Yenner Mazariegos Velasquez. Jeffrey McBee. Jacob McBride Allen. Shane McCrae. Alexis McGill. James McLean. Gustavo Mendez. Christian Mendez Sebastian. Belinda Mendez Escobar. Chris Mendez Morente. Natasha Mendoza Domingo. Eric Mendoza Perez. Ashley Mendoza Vincente. Mia Messina. Alana Middleton. Mia's not here. Okay. Jaden Meath. Evelise Miguel Morales. Kayla Mills. Jemiah Mitchell. Charlie Moore. Christopher Moore. Joseph Moore. Christopher Morales Diaz. Maria Morales Morales. Abimalia Morales Ortiz. Shirley Morales Perez. Jose Morales Robledo. Flor Morales Escalante. Jose Morales Mendez. Jose Morales Morales. Luis Morales Morales. Anderson Morales Perez. Christian Morales Perez. Cheryl Morente Amato. Eric Moses. Cameron Murray. Momina Naim. LeBrian Neal. Sammy Nguyen. Hayden Nish Chavez. Jaden Knock. Evelyn Noose. Eloa Olveria de Sosa. Sorry. Randy Ordinola. Lexi Orta. Zachary Ortiz. Willian Ortiz. Richard Ortiz Roblero. Delmar Ortiz Sanchez. Anthony Ortiz Vasquez. Ashley Ortiz Mendez. Jairo Ortiz Morales. Jane Parker. Brian Parsons. Summer Passwaters. Alana Patterson. Dylan Payton. Gabriel Pennell. Caleb Perez. William Perez. Junior Perez Diaz. Yaneli Perez Lopez. Dason Perez. Carmen Perez Arriaga. Deborah Perez Bamaca. Justy Perez Barrios. Keira Perez Lopez. Frankly Perez Mazariegos. Dallas Perez Morales. Gabriel Perez Ortiz. Josue Perez. Daisy Perez Velasquez. Esnader Perez Velasquez. Treasure Perkins. Alexis Phillips. Cadence Phillips. Layla Phillips. Todd Phillips. Nakaya Pinkney. Madeline Poirier. Nathaniel Potter. Sierra Prince. Maria Polito Godino. Jayana Purnell. Leticia Quijua Tavera. Eleazar Ramirez Augustine. Kendi Ramirez Mendez. Philip Ramirez Contreras. Indri Ramirez Escalante. Jocelyn Ramirez Lopez. Christian Ramirez. Kevin Ramirez Sandoval. Jairo Ramos Solis. Addison Ricker. Grace Ricker. Escarlet Rios Salazar. Diana Rivera Chilel. Hermiselda Rivera Robledo. Yulisa Rivera Perez. Luz Carina Robledo. Belinda Robledo Perez. Ronaldo Robledo Alvarado. Miriam Robledo Lopez. Abner Robledo Perez. Jonathan Rodriguez. Justin Rodriguez Escalante. Ariana Rogers. Caleb Rogers. Alyssa Rogzinski. John Rovelard. Benjamin Sahutsky. Naomi Sample. Carlos Sanchez Cordova. Flor Sanchez Mazariegos. Jeffy Sanchez Perez. Karime Sanchez Solis. Dylan Sandoval Ramirez. Melanie Sante Lopez. Melgar Santiso Perez. Yokari Santiso Roblero. Brian Santos Gonzalez. Marisol Saucedo. Avery Savage. Emily Saxton. Sabrina Schaefer. Hadley Schwartz. Katie Scroggs. Chris Sebastian Martin. Brianna Seiler. Joseph Sasinski. Madison Sexton. Daniel Schneed. Zygea Shepard Tennell. John Sheridan. Demaya Smith. Madeline Smith. Mia Smith. Savannah Sockrider. Jefferson Soto de Leon. No Ashland. Tyler Stouffer. Ayla Steele. Kai Steen. Destiny Stevens. Alicia Stevens Ross. Blake Stillman. Mackenzie Story. Jaquan Sturgis. Carlton Suggs. Kilani Sullivan. Hajra Sultan. Known Soon. Eric Swift. Tanta. Matthew Tarbucks. Claudia Tatum. Braden Taylor. Javier Taylor. Kai Thornton. Leah Tietmeyer. Tylea Tingle. Cameron Tefanicchio. Sydney Tong.
Very last name. It's going to be this.
Michael Toomey.
I'll help you with it.
I got it. Yagner Trigueros Rodriguez. Kylie Trotty. Ashton Truitt. Clara Truitt. Samantha Trusty. Shanice Tennell. Damon Turner. Velasquez Martin. William Velasquez Mendez. Daniela Velasquez Soto. David Velasquez Arriaga. Daly Velasquez Chilel. Ashley Velasquez Garcia. Allison Marisa Velasquez Gutierrez. Lindsay Velasquez Lopez. Eduardo Velasquez Miranda. Galilea Velasquez Morales. Evelyn Velasquez Ortega. Ashley Velasquez Paredes. Celestina Velasquez Ramirez. Bricia Velasquez Resendiz. Jimmy Velasquez Velasquez. Darwin Velasquez Perez. Betsabe Villacorta Martinez. Ace Walsh. Jameson Watkins. Gavin Weatherly. Mason Webster. Ciara Wells. Nicholas Westfall. Kimira Whaley. Aaron White. Cameron White. Michaela White. Ryona White. Jackson Wilkerson. Emma Wilkins. Gage Wilkins. Madison Wilkins. Angel Willie. Joshua Williams. Emma Willing. Connor Wilson. Lanaya Wright. Fatima Zamudio Juarez. Angelo Zanetti. Fedson Dassault. This morning, we take a moment to honor a member of our graduating class who is no longer with us in person, but remains forever in our hearts. Pablo Pineda made a lasting impact on our school community with his spirit, personality, kindness, and presence. Though his life was tragically cut short, his contribution and friendships continue to resonate with all who knew him. We hold his memory close as we move forward, carrying his light with us into the future and his incredible smile. Please join us in a moment of silence as we remember and honor him. Accepting this diploma for Pablo is his mother, Magda Pineda. Thank you. And lastly, but not least, Peyton Ritchie. Garth Layfield. Derek Nick Garcia Morales. Rafael Ferrara Juarez. Sofia Belfont. Eric Ramirez Perez. Giovanni Tiano. Graduates, please rise.
Gio.
Graduates, please rise. I present to you the class of 2026. Please move your tassels from the right to the left.
I got you.
Thank you. Here's to the class of 2026, ready to lead, inspire, and make a difference. Congratulations, we did it!
On behalf of the entire SCH faculty and administration, the district office administration, and Indian River School District Board of Education, we extend our heartfelt thanks for everyone's presence here today. Please join me one final time in congratulating our graduates and their families on this momentous occasion, a celebration that marks both the ending and the new beginning. An applause for our graduating Golden Knights.